Do you like hip hop?
Of course.
Who do you like?
You know, I gotta admit, lately I've been listening to a lot of Jay-Z. I mean, this new American Gangster album is.
What do you like about it?
Yeah, you know, it tells a story.
I think we're here based on the sentiment that you just expressed. This was not a decision made by the legislature. It was a decision made by the governor and his cronies who were moving this along. We found out, as we're seeing, at the last minute.
I love the art of hip-hop. I don't always love the message of hip-hop.
Somebody told me that U.S.C. is in the building. Make some noise right now.
Exposition Park in California Science Center approval, if you will, is not the beginning of the process. It's the beginning and the end of the process.
Hip-hop is not just a mirror of what is. It should also be a reflection of what can be.
There are multiple entities here, one of which is the African American Museum. But what impact will this said proposal have, if any, on the operation of the African American Museum?
Don't know the specific answer, but we're going to do what's in the absolute best interest for the park, the community, and to have secure funding for the museum.
For this particular area, that this is the available green space in such a landlocked urban area. There is really no other comprehensive park in South Los Angeles than this one. Is there a commitment on behalf of the board that recognizes this available space, green space available for this area in the region? Is there a commitment on your part?
See, should they acquire pieces of the park, would maintain the park on a level that's consistent with SC. What Leimert did not anticipate an outside entity taking over part of the park.
U.S.C's interest in the property, if in fact everyone stated today that it's to adhere to the master plan, if I understand that correctly, I just don't see, outside of the privatization of the parking lot, what's the revenue stream for anyone who's purchasing it? Keep it as is, or honor the master plan. Obviously, there's some change there in order to acquire.
It's a good question.
You implemented development on the master plan, not exclusively with government funds, but inclusive of private funds.
Yes.
Is it not true that the Los Angeles Times has suggested that what will be on the agenda is the proposal of the sale of the land under the arena and under the Coliseum and some relevant adjacent parking lots?
Let me give you an answer. I learned long time ago not to believe my own press and not to believe the press.
All these independent parks, we're trying to, and the reason we can't ask the question is the baby hasn't been born yet. Once the baby's here, we'll know if it's ugly or pretty or what, but we don't know at this point. So I can't tell you what it's going to look like until the birth occurs.
Well, out of all due respect, Vice President, we didn't even know we were pregnant.
Really about what you feel about the Coliseum. And he has proposed selling many buildings.
Yes, that's true.
Right. And those sales are now tied into courts. It's no clear picture that the sale is the answer. And so he's not been consulting with us. We're hearing about it and we're saying, hey, let's have a meeting. As I mentioned, I don't know the details of the deal. It may be a good deal, I don't know. But I think it's important that discussion be clear, be open, be transparent. And it has not been up to now.
Hip-hop is not just a mirror of what is. It should also be a reflection of what can be.
Hey, the reality is that the pressures are there from up top, and it's coming down, and there is going to be a vote, and that vote, if we allow it to take place, is going to be in opposition to what's best for this community.
Perhaps you might want to consider a 1990 release. Nowhere in this entire country does this type of rush sale.
Isn't this a landmark? Can you sell a landmark, a national landmark?
I like it if you guys are bought off by the people. That's the question I want to ask.
Respecting our women. Imagine communities where knowledge and reading and academic excellence are valued. Imagine communities where fathers are doing right by their kids. That's also something that has to be reflected. Art can't just be a rear view mirror. Right. It should have a headlight out there.
So hip
pointing
hop
to where we need to go.
Needs to have the audacity of hope.
Audacity of hope.